Am I the asshole for calling the cops on my neighbor after she stole my dog and tried to keep him? I, 32F, have a golden retriever named Biscuit. He's 5 years old, microchipped, registered, and the absolute love of my life. He's also incredibly friendly, which is apparently the problem. My neighbor Karen, actual name, I know, moved in about 6 months ago. She has 2 young kids who became obsessed with Biscuit. I was fine with them petting him over the fence, and I even let them play with him in my yard a few times while I supervised. 3 weeks ago, Biscuit went missing from my backyard. The gate was still locked, but the latch on the side gate was broken. I panicked. Posted on every social media group, called every shelter, drove around for hours. I was a wreck. 2 days later, I was walking through Karen's side of the neighborhood putting out flyers when I heard barking from inside her house. Not just any barking. Biscuit's bark. I know my dogs bark the way a parent knows their kids cry. I knocked on her door. She answered looking nervous. I asked if she'd seen my dog. She said no. I said I could hear a dog inside. She said it was her sister's dog that she was watching. I asked to see the dog. She refused and closed the door. I called the police. When they arrived and she opened the door, Biscuit came running straight to me, tail wagging, crying the way golden retrievers do. He was wearing a different collar with the name Sunny on a new tag. She had renamed my dog. She told the cops that Biscuit was a stray she found wandering the street and that she'd been planning to keep him. She said her kids were already attached. The microchip scan proved he was mine. The officer told her she could face theft charges. She started screaming that I was heartless for taking a dog away from children. Her kids were crying in the doorway. She said I was selfish for having such a big dog when I'm a single woman with no kids and that the dog would be happier with a family. Her husband came home and apologized profusely. He said he had no idea where the dog came from and thought she'd adopted him legitimately. The neighborhood Facebook group exploded. Half the neighbors think I went too far calling the cops and that I should have handled it privately. Others are furious on my behalf. Karen is telling everyone I traumatized her children. She hasn't been charged yet, but the case is open. She left a note on my door saying I ruined her family and that God will judge me. I installed cameras. Biscuit stays inside when I'm not home now. But I don't feel bad. She stole my dog. Am I the asshole?